And it seems like there's just no end to the plague that is gender-based violence. This month marks exactly 1 year since the dreaded day Namhla Mtwa was murdered. To date, no arrests have been made, and the likelihood of attaining justice for the crime seems as distant as ever. Medical staff are not exempt from living in fear of violence, as they are now falling victim to the abuse. eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda is following these developments, and we cross over live to him from the very latest. A very disturbing development in that our healthcare practitioners are being exposed to what most women in the country are exposed to with very little justice. Ronald Masinda, tell us a little bit about the new development or the trend that is emerging, the fears that are had, and if there's anything that can be done to perhaps change the state of affairs currently.
Good morning, Rofa. Of course, April being a very somber month for the Mtwa family, they are sadly reminded for the day, the 21st of April last year, when Namhla Mtwa was brutally murdered just outside of this house. She was shot 9 times in close range. The person behind this attack is yet to be arrested, with the police since saying that they have now established a new team to look into this murder case. You will remember that the lead investigator allegedly received death threats, and she was forced to flee Mthatha, and this has led to many unanswered questions. We also understand that during the months following the death, there have been question marks also by politicians, the EFF saying that, this is no excuse, that police are the people who are supposed to protect and serve, and the dangers come with the job. So the question really is, when will this case be solved? We are yet to get any arrests, and that's despite the police also issuing a 200,000 Rand reward for whoever will lead them to positive arrest. I am joined by the cousin of Namhla Mtwa. Sia Mtwa joins me now at the home. Sia, thank you so much for your time. Do excuse the phone that is ringing. I will give you time to switch it off. But I'm sure, Sia, it's been a very difficult few months for the family. We do understand that Namhla used to live here, but we also understand that her mother has not been well. Tell us more.
Yeah, her mother is still in hospital, but she has been in hospital long before Namhla was shot. As of now, we struggled as a family to tell her that her daughter has been shot due to the condition she is in. Yeah.
Sia, who lives now currently in this house? Because what we also were told was that some of the family members were in hiding.
Yeah, some of the family members are in hiding. Specifically, Sanga, who brought this into social media, who made a human cry on the social media. Yeah, he has been under police protection. But here I'm living with Namhla Mtwa, who is also my aunt. It's only me and him, yeah. Which we also live in fear, because we don't know what would happen to us. There was once upon a time I had a lead. I took a risk myself. I went to East London, to Tanzania, where I get that there are guys who are willing to give me some answers to this, and then after that I also got threats. Then I also move in and out of home, because I don't know I don't know what would happen to me, and I don't want these guys to know where I stay really.
Who is behind these threats? Because there's so many allegations and speculations around this.
The threats are around speculations.
But who specifically, what are they saying to you as a family? Why would they want to get you guys killed?
It's just as simple as that, as there is this person whom everyone says, or as the family and the social media saying that is behind all this, is the one who's making threats. Because when we get that this person, they say this person, I won't call names.
Mhlekazi, okay, masithethe. Bathini ababantu xa be-issue threats? Bathini exactly? Ndifuna nje u-understanda olo hlobo.
The time I went to East London, then when I came back to Umtata, I heard threats that, as they told me, who is behind this. Someone told me that I must know that I'm on the line, I'm next.
Okay. Okay, so you're not going to give much away, but I also understand your situation and the family. You also work in courts here, and many of the cases are gender-based violence related.
Yeah.
The scourge of gender-based violence, how bad is it here in Mthatha? And also, what made, do you think, your cousin's case such high profile?
Yeah, I could say it's a pandemic here at Umtata, as I'm working directly at the office of, in the GBV court, in domestic violence court. Yeah, then this thing is too bad here at Umtata. Yeah, for her case to be a high profile is the execution style. How it get, and then the person whom is suspected to be behind this is a businessman.
Okay, let's leave it there. Thank you so much for your time, Sia. Just to perhaps add, and just to remind the viewers, Rofa, about this particular case. I mean, you would remember that shortly after she was brutally murdered, there were images on social media, as well as messages on social media, that Namhla Mtwa was allegedly in an abusive relationship. We saw quite severe bruises of her body that were posted on social media. And I think that is why a lot of people, there was so much outrage following those images, that a lot of people were so connected to this case. We've seen quite a lot of marches in and around Mthatha and other areas of the country. We will also be spending some time speaking to gender-based violence activists here in Mthatha, just to find out what they feel following months and months of not being updated with regards to this case. We understand that the last word from SAPS was that they are closing in on potential suspects.
Thank you very much for that update, Ronald Masinda. And of course, she's just one of many women who have died at the hands of violent men. Just a few days ago, actually, the eNCA annual lecture took place at a university, just to keep their names in our mouths and to make sure that justice is served at some point or another. Thank you very much to Ronald Masinda.